Mexico, Canada, United States of America. Oh, yeah, my fear papa in the name was it has a say Busumi Mudia go. Now go na ye Kamotia Musano, Abrabani Asabu Peter Yidian Kaunimu. Nelsu go, that's in the name. We had done here just on it here. I Brabian Yeba. No, Menuka said here. Oh, it's set. Ghana, your home seminal. Eh, Mamu purchases us J. Aha, chief of staff, no, Munano, Mongada of Fadujan Fumo, yeah, Bram Mo, the man who said the AC air call. Mammy Enka will say Ghana, yen high commissioner. What no, what Bessie, our Canada, and was say, Massa, Momadin, Ukrafun says, yea, one ya quenya, near Mount Visa, not just a Uber rum, our Chronumua, what do you call bringing food into Canada for personal use? What do you bosho, Ebeba, Ebechero, the Epediempe, bringing food into Canada for personal use. And you say, Miminya Moyana, Wabona, Winim Hondiano, then Eka no Massa, as some near Tiawa. Ya can't also win your Konya now, Babu Canada ha. Yes, you who now to flight Rimuna, whereby baby about Gimwaka, super cool, and me pagine, Dabra Maza. Would your growers had in one? Ya bet you're torching baby crana, Yama watcher, Yan Pacific wake up no, Namoko fire debi, and Abeguha, and Unti Ghana for no, Muria debia, Mania young. I can't tell them I live in Frimbos, I can't tell them what do you call we no. Yes, I can tell you, no for Biaka home, was in your uncle, and confer vegetable biane, and fruit to be as a when I'm doing a Ghana ha, I am a debt, no as a son can go out of Radiname, yes, I am simply. And confess I didn't be, and Fama, almost winning, now quiet I didn't be here, and here, and Mra, our Canada, is this Sanya Manoquine, and until Macacho, sir, Momadim, now bringing food into Canada for personal use. Ukowa, Ninano, Ababua, Amo, Munia, and in your enya, almost say, and say, Momadim Nafe, Muniso, Udiswa, Abusia Canada, Hojo, Huson, Uyena, Papa, not just our Papa, Jumaya, Nabi Piano, Etimako, who Sikas of Rabeto Memu, Nabi, Numanam, Rantano, of South Africa, Bano, Omunya Binya, na Abusia, Yabatimataho, Adia Chow, said, dear, where you know. The vice president for Ghana, where Menuka said, Nana, Opokwajmai, Menu Eka say, but to me about Madim, Ghana, your first game, war Canada, a Brian Panama, Airbo, you are non-con, the Airba, and it's Asante Hine Otumfo, or said to two, yes, and I won't so, Nananso, Ebenya Konya, na one vice president, Edinburgh Ghana. Jane, Nana, Opokwajmai, Omianino, Ghana, bra, ye di Panama, some Namia Dumua, next week, Wednesday, and then I watch pepe, Omajibra, na match to say no, Omatumi Ashebi, Yakahon Sam Adia Chow, Yamra, Omo, Kobo, no so, Nafe, Yenti, Omi before that, no, Henry Asandi Chum, and a Casa, Edima Ghana, Football Association, and a Eddie Air to Gaza. Yes, Muamu. Baby, Mubesi air training, which is USA no, Bia, Mube PM, our American University, Namu Mua, yes, Bia Timono, Assembly Nazi, almost Tadia Ghana, Oba, Kofo Bega, Masumwa, Bia, just a training crown, I am, Mano, Sanso, and Obi Manswatio, almost Confo said the NCB go American University Stadium, Hono, now what day I can't be, and my Timono, a dear front to Baho, no one who Mua, Bonibiansi, Muana, yes, sir.
Yes, I can confirm that. So you do second day no carry no di kind contempt e ko make sure say obe block any avenue bia obi ti dan soro e wo e dan bi esi park na chia. So on the office crowd obetumi hu bia they are echo so or park and so. I think that is about being proactive. But we say one oba enche, two around this time all the teams are losing. Omo person hu dia echo so nti possible say obi crowd be this guys no one be jina also a student. And also I am just a fan of football. But who they are telling the cocoso or they recording whatever he's recording. Into the first 2 days was a bit difficult because the pitch is very open. Ura campus after business school no offer business school next year Obeko School of Communications. Usani School of Communications pe ni faso and a football pitch no and a binkum so here basketball court and a basketball court na indoor. What I say your father be money alcohol and a ura so offices any staff offices any coaching offices any gym no so e wo binkum from it very active and there are even outsiders among your students but omutia to go and use the gym facility. Inti Yawada, Ifiada, Ebemendano, I think he picked up certain signals and as experienced as he is, he decided to say, yɛmpɛ baabi foforɔ nti no
Carlos Cruz na experience a wono was the massa de na muame akwasa mame fanya mfa to homenta mo brekum Golden City Park obi tina bro sesa so kra no a wotimi hunu park no so ehwe de ekọ mini nipa wote ho ebia na gadget bi teta ne ho a wode ehwe training nti tinton time mayidi afri ha akato na bro na yebo yan first game against Panama eno nti eno mayi training no de free American University Stadium ebia mo hyade obia enim me komanim na makotie Prince adukobena kwana bunim bo no brutal ha dwene ho na Prince ana di tu dwasa masa Ghana for mo bobo no ye doso enti se salato dia masa na akesa ya kosan kese pa
a man for more Ghana footballers our more Ghana no ye doso enti just say we dey cry bum keke no a plus more until I have to use that one to motivate myself say I'm doing something and you know say me koswa maybe any stage we cry na me standing until me manage ye be brave.
Yes, we a pens adukobena ubo ha no bo no bo kasa no hyada flow bebre nti wakana kase se aponchi dua na wakwa ko homenu wankonya asam na prince ania wakasa wi a wonu nu anu am camp nyina no momomodem na muntie Ahmed Baruso no bo no wabo blaster we friend man no bo kakra na Ahmed Baruso ana di to dwa se Ghana ye ni bibia baye se ye ne Panama no 3 points no se pepa hungu ho na eboyen ma World Cup no group wo mu no nyama ko yie de mayen.
Well, I think they can do better. It won't be an easy task because now everybody knows how to play football. All the countries in Europe and other places, they've learned how to play. You could see some of the teams that qualifies earlier to the World Cup. That
I'm for America for.
Well, so I monitor social media, and everybody's talking about this song, especially on TikTok. And
what you mean, Eddie?
Seriously,
What you mean?
What song? A Kamboma.
You see, the difference is that Onyabutre Etienne Makan. It's a well researched song. On the Otuo-Acheampong from Otuo-Acheampong. Obaya no ababusi abedi pele muso. Obaya on the it says Onyabutre. He took his time and wrote the song. And the Oyusu language in the manual near there. And the rhythm, everything. I mean, different. What you want to do? Obio Baba Bia better Samia, we hope Sabia, and go over to Samia Ampa. Ghana's Minister for Youth and Sports, Orako Fiadans, Wakasa, and go for so ama hope. But unya above zaman ko the train. Unya abutre na utie the all catch and say the bisi yemfa sa.
Oh sir.
O de amza daje de bebo ni ho but bamba ka no mo bo a. Samo kan ni nyina no o catch say yenzuzu nya hope timu.
Ye lower expectation.
And that I didn't know. As a empha.
Well, the Minister for Youth and Sports, with the Minister for Sports.
Oh, but I'm one voice now. I am the Mumpem, as is a intro time. Me, no, now I'm a Vim Coffin. Or same Crawford say, we rack I any eba. I'm the kind.
That is, say no, dear.
Say, well, mom go work up in an
ranking.
Maybe I'm mom go work up in an ranking at the bubble. And you're ranking at the bubble. Nothing go fully dear rank, they didn't even qualify. You could do where we or say, go for see an idea, and you're 48 things that could be in your bed. Do I just say, and some no can go for so a man who promote the man who is out. Okay, so speaking about Ghana's prospects at the global stage, Adams noted that the Black Stars are among the 48 nations competing for football biggest prize, and should approach the tournament with belief and ambition. About class number 48, no can get so nipa 48 na honti udi nyagidi. Oh okay. Oh okay. Not just say one me yard say. One me yard onim say nyade. Oh any no. So the first deputy speaker first deputy minority whip. First, the minority whip for your first and second.
First and deputy.
When they have first deputy minority whip. Because of more back up. And member of parliament for Tolon, Habib Idrisu, or say, Omunya briefing from the minister Kofi Adams to interrogate Ghana's logistical and fiscal blueprints. Okay, I made allegation of preferential allocation of supporter travel privileges. Naze minority will be when you are moye.
Supporters in your 2 mugu.
Oh, Bambazam just a moon as of your body and crop. Why we are now. I feel no Obagana Hana. To a dear. Okay, boss, Omutia visa application 185 as 1,850 for Nipa about 2,000. Are they facts? Na visa no. Yes, I'm baby. And go for Joe. The America funny, Japan, so called England. They think say. First of all, and Master Pobaso can be there. So over now, go for Bebo Krum.
Why do you bid for that?
Now a lot of restrictions. Why do you bid for a tournament like this? Because this one, any Pababa.
Adroba, and yet, it's hard situation in a bidding for the tournament.
Oh, Masai, America.
America.
Donald
Trump would any different.
Men can be. Men can be. Now say, oh, Mama, also tournament. Or my bidding for tournament, they have the right. For some reasons, we cannot do it. I think the argument is that all more restrictions near the near man and I'm sebe mema, near my mema, go for mema who, where's the BBC show, need ran for more 24 hours, was a free krumwa. I think it's making silly the headlines of this World Cup.
Yes.
Ball on commonly free mundo do. Say a referee who is known. Africa's so-called best referee. Or say, oh man, I'm going to go free Somalia. Me was Somalia a member of FIFA.
Yes.
No, this man and go for car. Initially, I'm in Tiasa, but as I'm beginning to reason with them. Journalists for Nekwa, Muslim supporters for Muslim
former players.
Yes, yeah, my visa. Ama say Ghana man penny as a ticket to any and no more teacher among Ghana for more abruti. You have for no in your quanko. A better cost. We need that support. Only England a ball around New Jersey. Almost quite all stadium, you play the 1 minute of body almost so. 1 minute of body, Oma meko kromo no munde se omo na mombo puzo particular bejiko.
And the crisis omo yes.
How then am yes sir?
And omo yes son of the Blasters.
E dey send off.
Omo move to Canada for the first game.
Send off.
Omo kromo. They say ominya pa
send off. Any abre send off.
Dinner with the players.
Black Stars goalkeeper Lawrence Atizigi Kasa. Atizigi na unim so na abeda na enyo na abeda kan. Cross source indicated that Hasselberg have interviewed 3 coaches as the club sets up in search for a new head coach. And go for cross so. And no Messi should go. Washe friendly so Messi ashe. Come in can she be. Penalty ra on shebi come in can. Obi o say go or friendly match in be a friend coming ka.
And they say Enzo Fernandez is coming ka.
Obi o say bibia e coming ka. On say bi well coming ka do but chairman coming za. Chairman coming ka o. Oh yeah, wa said that on better be friendly match.
Yate.
Costa Rica no mebu ne nam.
Odimi nye training to asutu.
Wa said that. The Ghana and England be bobi hu no. Some cards are work out maybe Arsenal player on am.
Ghana and England. Bukayo Saka nkware yin.
Me say
Bukayo Saka nkware.
Me say Ghana and England dey boa. Ani me okay me Ghana ma di ade mo.
This is never talking on Senaya no. I never talking on.
Obeta go an.
Yeah we.
Obeta go an.
na what they channel.
Oh, better go on.
Saka.
Why not know what they channel?
Senaya.
First, and interview this year.
Oh, no, no.
Would you be
One over top of
Buza Senaya. That's a work up in Okobi. Now goes a star boy, I'm born or work up. And I'm hearing that. Titi, did not me
Ghana and England,
Mango for Ghana in England. Man will be able to get them in Somalia. The Ghana, they had me free. But apart from Ghana, hey, that's why you're not declamo. You're born to not declamo. Star boy, need a very chasimo, and Bonabia. Star boy, if you na eberiti Starboy free muna maduiki ba mozeme way this is a Ghana nkwa. Okay, so Lanos Scaloni. Oh, this is very difficult to say that we will win the World Cup again, but it's very difficult. But what can I assure you is that these players will live their lives on the pitch, and Messi should go. England are not the favorites to win the World Cup, according to Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel is Asian central from the more Florida, and World catch from Spain, France, Argentina, Brazil, Portugal. These are the favorites. We are not. What kind of famous example? Say 66. How many years? 66 years and 60 years. 1966, it was in 60 years. And remember examples be. Meanwhile, Rudy Voller say Germany can shine at the World Cup. Didier Drogba or say if the USA didn't want other countries' citizens in their in the US, they should have first of all bid for the World Cup. And says the now of Iran supporters and Somali referees, Umar Atan is totally unacceptable. I agree with Drogba. You cannot bend your rules. What they all quite faso. Eye on your my atias into Mudiagra. Vizombe so be well fear. And bear party will fear and go for maybe. With my coin or pub. We drew about going up pub, baby. We drew about So Iran's World Cup preparations have been thrown into chaos after the country's ticket allocation was reportedly withdrawn. Just the one I withdraw.
Yes, I'm withdraw USA for.
Take it on the other.
Take it for the fans to come and watch the games. I'm withdraw tickets.
US and I would do an FIFA.
USA for so
don't take it to my Iran for. No, we not boy.
Iran for the boys, they are treating them honestly bad. But
no, we job I didn't.
So bad. You say you can be training you.
Some mom supporters, man.
And on supporters even so Abidu Mexico. They want to come and watch the game.
Mama Capunet. Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Okay, if Gerard Swabba can be said, or say this World Cup is becoming the worst World Cup ever, the worst tournament, even before it gets started. And now a lot of them I've heard we say dear America for
New York mayor
Sir Jim Ratcliffe is willing to satisfy the weight demands of Elliot Anderson in order to bring him to Manchester United. As a Wenger, as Mbappe, or Tom Madrid team na an average one, so people shouldn't criticize him. Meanwhile, Herbert Heiner, at the FC Bayern, we always seem to win every possible title. And okay, all right, Babanti, young corner, young team, church, Muna, or Debano. World Cup is as your channel. An attempt. Oh, okay. Ghana. First match, anyway. Okay. On a Musia Beshom. Okay.
A must win if only the percent walk up. Yeah, dear.
Panama. Oma ebe no mbebo ball no pa of the three teams so the mimi who see an mbebo pa Croatia. It's unfortunate that's the last game. I've watched them. I say Oma break akra.
Only one thing about Ghana.
England they mean to me can one.
One thing about your team we say
Senegal for no got tata omo.
They will control the they didn't say control midfield.
Mama.
Croatia for no control midfield.
There's some banya na pattern. Okay, yango. Patemo wa ni Sibo, o dey say. Kwesi Sibo.
Kwesi Sibo dey.
Kalebi nchi. Chombe wa ko control ho.
Panama dey show.
Something go was England grab show mo.
The England there, no me catch me bra say.
I'm sure mo.
So soon that he be am say.
I'm sure we have friendly match. I'm who England team.
England any film.
I'm who England team no friendly match. Manchester for so be say. Onim za. Manchester for be say. I'm say am fa omo players look at that. Am fa 5 minutes. Magwa yanza am fa sure. I'm found to be chomo. Ya against them go for you no. And I'm go to Manchester for me. I full have become
full of cancer.
So no so.
Testing is your son cancer.
Oh na obi na me na no na kan
also on cancer.
Test because they be obi na fan phone.
Also on cancer.
Test they be go obi na fan phone.
Chama you are no.
Ono go so we. Or Brazil and France. Na England for the
England the coach in that trend in Tinan person film for tap.
Nibia na okay. Na trend no Congo edo.
O say na 20 level man to so ko. I don't pay
them go amoro to ombe na
akofa.
Akofa don't praise. Akofa don't praise about.
They say you be for trend kwa mo full season.
And they say one be one
also them you do. And they young train. The best coach in the world. The best coach in the world. I don't pay you konko full cross on someone. Edi adentete someone. Ebum fumpa onko fun cross no ye de honsem ato anim ene anopai nsem ne de e doson papa na mom de disefota se ohwe na otie ena ye de esum wo kitikiti mam polibi ena ewoma akansuo yanoma kambu no pa ye to eboase na ya tere no emra ye confirm nunu nyina ama ewo show no so ye live ewo Oyerepa 100.7 FM live on Oyerepa TV. We have started and pay aka dabako some 24 hours na World Cup no abusiam esasiam on the first game no a game of Mexico and Bafana of South Africa and everybody watching 7 p.m. around 6 p.m. Ghana time na open ceremony no etimi asase na Netherlands fans no aweke amo national team ni pa on say manager Ranko man kan wasem enra na amukoko do our Kansas City no na nyasem ketwa enti yahwe wakama womunya yamra team no etimi HTC fam nigina ada Oyerepa TV no so a we enjoy bi and anopay Didier Deschamps a manager Emma the French national team or say Kylian Mbappe on your captain said you're not tia and ne or tia oyobia otia sempa oyobia buadiam and after leadership qualities our show 20 Sunday on one ama embra World Cup no amocha nim say the French national team emetime agenom etime abem Fabio Don Capello at the Atujase Edersona and they oko Brazil national team Wesley a prior not one better than nine about Brazil national team no pa or say firstly about what dear on the pitch OB a fame the physical strength ability so about boss to boss and a fame about the uncle and nimsua or side on the pace of the game a near Ebebo ama Don Carlo Ancelotti team nom etime akwa na nim our all round players our the team nom or Bruno Guimaraes mo ho na fe oba benya Ederson edene kanwa etchesem ukuta strong squad eno aye Don Fabio Capello nesima odi atudwam and pay na ye depi emma wo dwumade so now Norway national team nom abusia amakwa do na enkofo no korom wo dom bibia koy entire kitchen omutuye ediko America kromom no if one decide say the quality of traditional food with national team delegation and echo United States of America na ababwa ama amatima perform better yes bia tasty America dwane enye ye day what ye krom no we dwane and ye day na shipments include 300 kilogram of fish, 300 kilogram of fish, after 6,000 oranges and ankankwa. Call America Chromwom, 6,000, that is 116 kilogram. Now for traditional Norwegian cheese, and I'm the renowned Norwegian chef. Na amudu obia onima duane no pa ewo Norway home and akopie mum ewo America na the main go and some abeboa ama players no etimi edi aduane a abeboa na fe omatimi perform ye edi ama nation no eno aye the film Norway national team aso ye etodwa enano pay Argentina ye ka say wo mo ayo man ba ko a wo mo ticket allocation for the group stages no you see ticket ningina atimi asam how much is no take it awesome fans intimi tom ebehwe match sinyama tom atimi awie Mickey Van de Ven or say do America kromwa masa World Cup vibe no also cloning in a woman say over titi and some community medium name World Cup from a bomb United States of America and then some Mickey Van de Ven at the to Lionel Messi and Iceland and a young Kufakansia etimi etodwane yehwam enema ofi bench baya obeye ema di Argentine national team ti aya Lionel Messi and a Lionel Scaloni and an edin komana oberuam pit no som ningina etasom Lionel Scaloni I say a difficult South Argentina abewene World Cup no and I say amu different day World Cup no afi I say joba show obia and it's in the place no are ready say believe their lives on the pitch fight for the flag of Argentina and Lionel Scaloni Nisabam Abusia Odia 220 and we passer or the two na Lautaro Martinez and a Dafem Nunti a Jaco Cojaho Lionel Messi na Ben Kumno Baku Mianumiansa o no the bona Twatnam at the Etia Iceland inti game nom and a Nyama Lionel Messi and a Dutch screen Rosua Ultra B and nano pay Christian Pulisic the American Maradona I say I know the face of football and soccer and unipa ewo America Chromo na diababwam and say omo be perform ye ewo this mundial na fenema timakoye ama United States of America national team nom na head of US World Cup Task Force or the atudam wachechemu why Omar Altan Odina entry El Chromom na Ochemu Sam among for can Sembeberebe na dear Ochechemunum and Semno Eni.
Andrew, can I ask, why did the referee Omar Atan, why was he refused entry to the United States?
Look, there are a few things we can't talk about, but what I can tell you is that anybody who's communicating with bad actors that plan harm against the United States of America are not going to be admitted entrants, and we're not going to allow a soccer tournament, no matter how big it is, to threaten Americans. What we are proud of is we're proud of the work that's been done from visa perspective. The fact that all players, all coaches up to this point have gotten in the country. We've worked extremely hard with consular affairs, with CBP and USCIS to make that happen.
So accuse Omar Altan or say the communications be to one more interrogating no na a bad afe answa opinion or your name be or na and some factor do because a threat and the M1 team and when you're crying and Cromo na Somalia football federation is US decision sir Omar Abdul Kader Altan and Cromo a deep private from sir and Kambenya such a super referee World Cup.
I wanted to thank for FIFA for supporting me all the way and so many people also. So I'm very grateful for FIFA and for CAF also. So this is what I had to say.
يكون على مرة تانو دعوة كوك أدوم هنا هو كذا ولا حول الله يصير له قروي وهاي
Canada at the support ama Omar Altan sa enka omra omukrom ho nemom no yeka say run arrive ewo Somalia referee Muhammad Abdulkader Altan emra onya heroes welcome ewo ni krom Somalia ena eda screens no so a uhwe bi ene anopay enti bibia aba referee nom yede atosom na DFB Sporting Director Rudy Vola and a to just Somalia World Cup referee Omar Altan among Amano Enra United States of America and Dasubampa Eddie and from America for home officer FIFA and who and modern bomb and Tom and Sam Efren International officer or Sir Onya Konya Nafe Okoko officer T Ewo 2026 FIFA World Cup Rudy Vola Sam our confidence set Germany ever signing our 2026 FIFA World Cup no Didier Tabri Droba osisa wo kro na ofise kro na wom no mpesa manfo ebeba hodia okọ bede for World Cup ya den odinina Donald Trump and in America for mo fise mu kro no de mo de mo dan so free kro bia ho etimo mpesa obi ebewura mu kro mo a edienti na mo di tu mo nsema manfo aba mu kro mo abetwe games Arsene Wenger at the atudwa sam as attacks ekọ Kylian Mbappe no critics no ono mo nyina nya adwen a wabeto Madrid average team na wati goalking den onya biem goals na ade ema Madrid nom senka onya compliment kakra bim efi other teammates no wa enka league nom hombetime ade Iran World Cup preparation nom yayate HM say it has been thrown into chaos after the country ticket allocation reportedly withdrawn just days before the World Cup or na World Cup no here Iran sports minister ablasted USA forum for refusing and allowing fair tournaments.
These obstructions, visas, which have existed from the very beginning, are completely unprofessional. You certainly know better than I do that these behaviors are not exclusive to Iran. Many countries have problems with host countries, and right now, many countries are filing protests. Based on FIFA's regulations and the Olympic Charter, we maintain that it is their duty to provide top-tier hosting conditions for all countries, regardless of names and such. Furthermore, they must make even more special provisions to ensure good conditions for us, because they have seen that we are not a country that accepts coercion. We have proven this to them, at least in 2 full-scale wars. Therefore, they must deal with us, respect. Our athletes are highly motivated, and despite all these obstructions, our coaching staff and athletes are resilient. We will certainly hear good news. FIFA is also trying to bring the hosting conditions closer to the standard. As for the ticket issues and related matters,
Manuel Neuer confirmation nyaba about fit to start the World Cup. Enra Manonoya a training. Emma Diamond Shaft of Germany. Abibia Yakasay Ekoye at the Emma Manonoya ahead of the Mundia. Na Abusiam Obebreki multiple records. Ewa Afi World Cup mum. On himself most World Cup matches played as a keeper. Most matches, minutes played for Germany in the World Cup. And Nyama Bebere and Germany for them expert Efi Mano Moya Ho, young England and Yanin Common. Ebereti Eze is a fantastic player. He's a true gentleman. Magehi on Ebereti Eze in the qualities of the Emma, the 3 lines of England.
I mean, Ebs is a fantastic player. I've seen it from day one. He's someone that has overcome so many adversities. So I'm sure to be is a fantastic achievement for himself, but I've seen his development at Palace and true gem. Someone that you love to be around, and of course a fantastic player. I just congratulated him on the Premier League. Didn't really watch the Champions League final, obviously heard about it, but I say it's important to remind everyone of the good things that they've done. I think they're well aware of everything else, but I say it's obviously nice for the Arsenal fans to do that. I mean, every single person in this room knows what that answer is or should.
Ivan Tony said, Nanyante Papa, na ofili grateful sir watimi awramu ewo the mundial mroko Saudi Arabia manfo chemsa amasa o chances abeko World Cup no is over now he's there.
There was a lot of talk of people saying, "Oh, I've gone out to Saudi and it's ruined my chance of being in and around the mix." But me, I don't listen to outside noise. You know, I just concentrate on doing what I do best, and that's trying to score goals and help my team win games. And we all know if you keep scoring goals, you give yourself the best chance possible in being involved in the mix. And
your favorite, sir, you ever win it 2026 FIFA World Cup. Thomas Tuchel manager, Emma the 3 Lions of England, and a duway to your champs Spain, Portugal, France. We are not favorite to win the World Cup. Opening said that England for any number and win the World Cup now. What's the issue?
Because we haven't won it for so many years. So there are like proven winners in the tournament with more success in recent tournaments. So these are the favorites, and we compete for the trophy. We dream big, and we know what it takes. If you dream big, it comes with responsibility. Responsibility is on the effort. So this is where the focus is, and we want to compete. We see ourselves as
Croatia opponent what Ghana for any extra Croatia for them. Am I right there? Washington DC for the Mundial and the Croatia for them. Arrive there Washington DC on Oyerepa TV. Steven Gerrard at the Atuja FIFA World Cup no way there no the worst tournament even yen start here crano America for them amana worst ever World Cup yet wo mu tie man for found so kroben kra and how do person bia bebem obi aba World Cup o say obetuma cheni okromo obetuma game okromo na mom ontimi tena kromo na ho o say sane mani na ensem hunu and yen so Steven Gerrard at the to football legends Pele and after Diego Armando Maradona ochina opening ceremony no ambe ana penimfo amieno na fe omasho special tribute at the 2 legends yada hon semnom emma anopay taking national team say amode wo mo ya aware say amanfo ni gidie bia e wo mumu na mom am you ready for the World Cup. Croatia say anopay enkam obiante Zlatko Dalic or same almost the England year pa and am you ready for England and what team or see we are all in one dream. Virgil van Dijk at Tajate World Cup emra omukokuduye.
Finally we're here. It's pretty warm. It was warm obviously in New York as well, but yeah, now we're here so we can start to get to work. Yeah, there are some changes. There are obviously players that are in different stages of their career. So hopefully that will be
2026 FIFA World Cup kickoff party. Na enra na ochezene Infantino na nyasem kitu akaye hwebi na yenti de course.
Bienvenido para la fiesta más grande. What is this like for you? Well, I taught her everything. Everything? Yeah. She could watch my training videos.
Chilaquiles en casa con salsa verde. Involved in el mundial.
Pero Sir Jim Ratcliffe, sir, Akatua Elliot Anderson Ejeno. Am we ready? Sir Ambemanum, not fair. Juma, I'm a Manchester United. Jorge Mendes, I confirm it. Sir Jean Neves, and if Vitania, a fee, and found Sicar about Ombetan PSG, woman Kobe Bia, and no Ayat and they are not pay Vinicius Jr. Are you ready? Sir, I send a contract, you know. Na abusiam osin intense na e World Cup no so onye na adwen se ofi Madrid enom eye de yete ene anopay yenyina so na yemfan ko phone close 7 live on Oyerepa 100.7 FM live on Oyerepa TV show no to so the boss player Sometymer Otuo-Acheampong na ni team ngina etimi atnase na momnom ye dim komo sima tiawabi aba ewo ABA Herbal Clinic omoye clinic bia omodia amare dare pa yade nom omutu ase na omonsinsere no in the time with ABA Herbal Clinic. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sir, we are fine. Nti yenti we
me dance papa ena no pay die yeti dia na chese ABA Herbal Clinic aseye ena me di wadure ye twase winya adagye na wutie yen esanse ye no hia sei na eye wani ho nkomo ene ye no ba bedie mi bisa se wani ne ho nsensem no etesen obi se ma asem na oba be kan zansa ade achi ye minyaya anka metesi abonten akwa abasa de nkrofo kobai na nsusu mintimi nkobi esanse metisi anhwa na makwa akopem ahwe kwa na aka bia kwa akobọ mintimi nkobi na maba enu ntine na anopa ABA heba abade ama da bia meka se enafom saa wo so obi befa ato no ho so se eni a asei eni a efra eni a hawa baso eni a ehuna ade eni a etete se metimi a ye ni yie eno na mafa ato me ho so se eno ne me speciality ankasa me hye na me siesie ma ne sensi ni dada mu no enafom saa o enu nti se ne wahie bi saa no a ne nka ma me papa me nua witie me watu anamo entam so aba ABA heba clinic aso ye ewo kumase kwada so dwena se market n'echi wono mo aba beje wa ya we say free hono mo eni fire yo saa nso na wo hono na se wuhunu ade na ha oba wani nu so ne nya mfra ya eno so ya pa ya tete nsempa da bia na meka so mo makosa atibia ni mu no so mo bedu ya se hono mo ba no mo ka niema o mafamu abra how ne ba ye na yare ne ba ye ni fire ne to ne kwan mu no a wa na anwunu enso so eto no enu ntina da bia meka kire wo se wugina ho na se wutie sansem ni bia ha wugina ho ade ho de mfa aduane nka wa no enu ntina no pei bia wo de ne nyanye nsemu enfrai kra wutimi yen kakra de koba wutimi yen kakra de komuka se koye aduane wutimi yen kakra de kodwomba mesra ususu gye wo hudi na woni mo kyena sem eye grakoma na efe ni hintafraye ne ho ahomti ye pa obetimi aba be suo enfie bebre nso na wuhu ne ye na ada obeda ne ho adi akyere wo no saada na bia na de wo to dem enu nti mesrew emfa odwumanyi ye ho ane saminya adaje nko don hwiri mienu miensa me kwa kodida be kwa na mekwa meba mekọ madwuma so ma me yen hwa de bio na da ko beda be so ni wani na fra kra ene de odu ne manyina egu fomo untimi nko na watimi ababiem ni obetena wo ncha hwa wo kra no ebe ya asem kase de ama enu nti nenne osofo ato osofo rasta osofo 3 days afato ne ho so se obora kwa ye breton kopenu bnanko hini nunu tan no de abafie no ato ne bo ase abesi bia me na ye powder form awase de ma na akosha ne dudo nso ye de ama no akosha wa de dido na wonum na de ama na ye powder no so no de kofi aduane ade achi anopa wu bedie no wo de kakra befra na wudi ena nsempanyimfo se ani bo ane kotire mu nti no etwase ye ma wodre besiesie wutini mu ebeye wutini mu adwuma ayentini ni mu adwuma na ye moja ni mu adwuma na eyi amama ni nyina afuani ne so aba ma ho atọ esansa doctor fo enim de pa ama ye nyamu nti ase se eni na bo ye ma ye hu na de no eyentini bi ne da ye tini mu ena ni ye ni di nkita ho enu nti se pressure nya ba ntini ni so se pa ma me papa wonye den ubenya chamato wani ni so enu nti na no pa meka cho se twase wutu anamo na ba ABA heba clinic ewo kuma se kwada so ne ma wa bibiduro abibiduro kroje ayemfra mu na de kofra waduane na wudi na aduro na ye wutini mo adwuma ayentini ni mo adwuma na ye moja ni mo adwuma na ye amama ni nyina afiwani ni so ede ama ye wo kuma se kwada so adwuna se market na chi wa ene ye wo okodo ma hinko ne patam nso a ye wa pie kubi coaster e branda dwom ho ane ye wa ye butu a ye adwuma eye greater Accra for Volta region for na Eastern region for Central region for atadwoma we atede ABA heba ye be be branch ni bi e wo Kasua Millennium eya adade last stop inside hwa Kasua Millennium adade last stop inside hwa ene ye wa ye adwuma enti na wotimi nkan a wo akra ne patam a wo hwe TV ana wotie yen no wa we atede pa mesre obo homoden na fa wani ne kwadan yen Kasua Millennium adade last stop inside hwa ene ye wa ye adwuma kumase de kumase asante mantem ne patam nyina ne de mu nyina mo baba eye kumase kwada so dwona se market na chi wo ukọ baabi ani soso a ho nyina ye ho no maburo ne patam enu ti meka kire se na no pay eye grakoma ena ha wo pa a ye se enu ne aduro ne de a eye ABA heba ene twasa wo ba grakoma yare ane ho ahometi se ne meka se ye fa ne hintafraye wa aka memu ha ne musei no ebesua wan prempi ne ma won kaye da ko beda be so no bo nsi woni na afra kra Nemom, and near maybe the dead young woman said, and near my equity, me yen, or how you be a woman in so. A business so blue, I said, Doctor, may that sorry a man in meet me, Passana, yes, say call. A bassana, and me would dear Menina Matana, sons, and a mamma who cry Bassabasa, a gracoma near your son. Obiso doctor, menisu to me shall me pass ye shame of Quebuso. Obiso doctor, many to me plunsu sa, a gracoma near Bococono, when in a chana baswana, bra ebi heba. Obiso doctor, me tifa to me yame yapa, a bassa means me yame hoshi, a gracoma no, and tina for painkiller within 5 minutes, 2 minutes, na sans swaba, gracoma neca sachono. Obiso doctor, me shed TV cram me head a wuna dear you. Nipanet so metis or casaba me head a wuni pan of bine. Oye kwakwa no ye tuntum eye gracoma ne kasa kyerɛ no enu ntima me papa mesra o papa pampa mitimi tutu na no ye papa bi oba we se doctor mitimi fa brush kwa ntumi tim na ma brush miti emputimi tutu mi pa te sekuro e basa na ehome nanso ma madura me koduru fe na na dwe de mitimi da ma me hoto me eye gracoma ne kasa kyerɛ no ma me papa wo hu sa ne ma we nyina wo nipadua ni mu na se wa ma ebie heba ama ya ma wadura me se da ko beda ma so na do ba to dem edo to dem nso be ya me ya pa enu tie twa se utu anamon na ebie heba clinic be di nkita ho se de be ye be fa ye nduro no so abo wasiesie wani no ama na sanso si ni dada mu biem enu ti je number no na frɛ ye doctor me ha wini me pesa me ba waso ye ho no mo ye number no ye 0541 56 5199 0541 565199 and answer 0531 780651 0531 780651 and answer 050 28 12 161 050 28 12 161 Obisi doctor eye tana aba mani ni so ye di kan koye ba ko operation menya den kra esan say ni mienu nyina ye adwuma bom enti bonkum ho kan wo ye den ya ni fa ne so ho beka ni fa ho kan wo ye den ya bonkum ne so ho beka enu ti se wakọ hospital ni ye di kan yo operation dadade a to anamone brantem me se na watwe atwa mu ye ma mi bo se doctor menya ete ene ekoye mu operation yiye metemu nka na osa me ba bi komi hu ni san ha na san baba akono so oba bachi adro wa start a wo yuzu enu nti mesro da bia me sitie ni padua no ni padua kwa ne kasa kyerɛ ye pa ba mprempi ni ya ne de hu yiye ye ne ma yiye ho ano se menya daje amede kɔ se wantie ni padua na bra okasa kyerɛ wo no a ma me papa me nua obetie o otie nso odo obato dem a hono na ya na nsem bebre wo no enu nti mesro sete na esi wani no sete na pie wani ni mu ana pie wani ni so abra e bie heba ye nya operation ya so ye ho ye nsha hwani wa ya so ye ho ye mfa aduro hu ye ni so ya so ye ho ene ma we nyina se bi wo ho na doctor se kwa koye operation a wo ba be ma wadure be ye tani nyina fo ni so di ama sanso so ne ahye wa hwani wa yes first na pe so yi to ho no ma wo ba e bie heba ye be bo ama wadure betimi yi ni nyina eto ho no ma o kwa ne nka ho betimi akwa asanso aba emfa aduro hu wani ni so da bia sa be bo a wo de nso maame entimi monwa wutini mu nkoye mu adwuma nti oba ye bie heba ye bema wadure betimi akoye wutini mu adwuma be ye ohaw ni nyina free so ede ama wo ye wo kuma se kwada so adwuna se market na chi wa ene ebutu a ye adwuma okodo man konso wa pie kubi costo e branda dwom ye wo akraka so wa millennium adade last stop e ho ane ebutu a ye adwuma ho no mo me ne okase ye bia to ho no mo ane anano pay no enkrane ne patam water region ne central region fo nyina eastern region no mo betimi akwa mu okaso millennium adade last stop inside ho ane wa ye bo adwuma sabre nso tutu wo da wo na siatika bra ye bie heba wanya HIV mo wani bia teto bra ye bie heba ye bema wadro di 1 month abekwa ko check load no na aba from kra sanso na ma munda muntimi na ye pressure na etete mu low pressure na high pressure uba e bie heba ibesi ano e di ama wo sanso na ye diabetes na etete wa ni nyina ye ba ibesi ano e di ama ebie heba clinic kuma se kwada so dwuna se market na chi wo ye wo akraka so millennium adade last stop inside ho ane wo je number abrame braso ami sorry e ye 0541 56 5199 0541 56 5199 and as 0531 78 0651 0531 780651. Your number ni nyina your WhatsApp number abetimi a WhatsApp ye adwuma fiti joada ekosi da memenda oba be card 50 Ghana cedi pe eye moderate e de ma obia ebia eba na waje me so say nyamensa ewu.
Ready milk tea, a premium coffee, any cocoa extracts, and ye de aye. Na ye the creamy milk at the akaho. Ya packaging dada. O sorry ano pa breakfast. O ko da anajo. Na ope beverage bi at the guso and sakra no akoda. Ready milk tea and aye kama. Eno na papa eno na de. Eno na stress bia anymore. Udin so kwa ekaho na wanom. Coffee any chocolate flavor e homawa. The ope biano ubetumi enya. Kumase yewo distributors miensa enkran distributors enai. Na wafa numbers ni bi e wo screen so said ebeya ube friend na wajode Fidi Ventures Nanaya Enterprise Don Candy Stores and afei the Lord Has Done It Enterprise Atakwala Enterprise Bet Abbey any Mola Enterprise ho nyina a distribution pointer okwa ubenya ready milk tea ni bi na wato Pepsodent Chako ne herbal toothpaste Pepsodent say the World Cup bia country bia ba obe defend say the be go ento na tenemu no sa na wo so se no obo ho ban te say the wo defend the World Cup na be bo se ne ho ban a Pepsodent and abe yusu okotwi okoda anajo anan sori anopa e wo so twitwi se na ho ban bo no awie peye emmoa ne ba anajo muntumi nwura osinim enkofo how bia emfa emrel etietia ntokro bia ewo sinim osebefe wanum beham ni nyina Pepsodent ena emma sa aponse na World Cup bre onso di betwose na World Cup bre Pepsodent waya aponse no na husuo ne foforo a chese kama pa we no World Cup edition ena waya ura shop ura supermarket bia nationwide ubenya bi na wato Pepsodent say World Cup bre esetwetwe no ene anumunsem ka no ewo se ofano World Cup Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC usika sem ye toto de amount said de be ya bre bia no hia sika e de adu djuma ubenya bi na ode akwedi djuma no entwen e ma asem nto ansa no aba bebi account ahodo wo ye ho na ye loans no ye ma obi na fa akwedi djuma ubebi wa djumam ubebi adjuma ubeye kua ubeye ka adjuma asem asifie upebi aso ano a bra Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC yen ene e ma osika ama de akwedi sa adjuma no electronic banking no adjuma star 992 hash anase Ghana Pay platform ne so obetumi edi djumadi bia one Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC AD ewo Ghana Pay any USSD code no eso kontena se ena head office no ewo atonso agogo jaache ko futwe da hinema kokomen adwuna se ebua kwa atonso bokura putoja magazine ena binchi market ewo ho free 050864 2705 and a 03220-98076. Bosomtwe Community Bank PLC, together we prosper. Kanjen energy drinking water, alkaline water and pH also pa. Aya meka se pH test ani bisa engineer. Uton so bia na be no ma hwe cap mu. Nefa pH test ani bi esom. Sensuo ne kala ama purple a. Na sensuo na nye papa. Kanjen nsuo ebo liver o kidney ne wakoma ho ban. Kanjen nsuo no no mu a e detoxify system e acid fu nipaduam na no abetre mu eboa ebo onipadua no ho ban onom kanjen no o ye rest assured say minerals bi te say calcium magnesium potassium ne iron unya ni nyina bi say de be ya nipadua no ebenya ahoden Brahman UGC Tafuni Road Abaru Junction Lizzy Hotel Santasro na ba Pakiki Stadium na Sumankwan ni Junction ewo Ashton obenya kanjen so ni pi ato ewo ho for 0241449191 0241449191 and a 0507379474 any kanjen in kasa na jinsu ni pi efa ekofi Amen Scientific Hospital, the best alternative medical hospital in Africa. Yeah, the science era herbal medicine ni yemu. And until na debi etufu se unimobi a stroke hano wankasa na how busu ani bi na hano o de ne ba ye bema nipa krona sori agina ne nan so biem ne fa e na adwodwo sa e fa no e sen benya hoden na ye adwuma kama onsa onan entumi nya adwuma okon yi e na abu atoso a bra Amen Scientific Hospital stroke there
ye ni problem ho ye besane quick awo ho nsem awarefo watena mfie pi munya awo momra yade na ahye oni padua ma che no di asie no oba yade obehye afidie mu afidie ni beyi yade kro no e de ato afidie ni so enu no ye makomako aduonu na yade ba ko kanwa obenya ayaresa Emi Scientific Hospital Kumase Acheampong Chiman kwada so fo ase ekwan so other branches ewo Ghana enchi Bolga wa bibia ni Accra Takrade Tamale Atebubu nkoko so nyane ho se hwede bi so ene ho nyina oba ye bia branches so ho Ghana ha de bia befa bia no ubenya yen na wabegya yaresa 0277 001234 0277 001234 nyame ya domo a ochena ena World Cup ne shase Mexico ene omani din ede the Republic of South Africa ena airbo match no live ewo TV so na ubenya bia hwa giso okọ bash na akwaji ni decoders no ebi enya no nko a match bia aka bia World Cup ni mu no every day one ekosi the last day from group stages to the knockout stages to the third place game to the final bash is in decoder and matches ni nyina bi ewo so pre-World Cup friendly si kra yebo no obeso ohun se de o team na ho odin sitie te se no Argentina eche Iceland show mo 3-0 na Senegal ni Saudi Arabia ebo 0-0 na DR Congo so twemfa ne bo no ni nyina match no live o bash decoder no eso game centers hotels guest houses restaurants individuals monko gimo de na o decoder na ebekwa kwa installation na ma we na recharge account your packages na for 33% discount and a ye edi free so a report junction ship mu eho and a bash digital satellite ye wo for 0556 287757 0556 287757 nani ending common ebra ebeje udikoda the atwa to kra no grow fine herbal tonic mojadro ubedi di kama ubeda kama onipadua no benya ahoden vitamins a ewo eye grow fine mu no eboa manipadua no enya ahoden wayare ho to opesa ho to ne content mawa num grow fine herbal tonic no ena ebeboa wo afema no de bia me ba mo ba wo ni nya ne se makase eni kwan se bosome so a obi ete wonka e ofie ho anase bia ya wo enye normal oba bi fro wadamfo onzo wa fro wadamfo se oh mete ya pose e no mo boa ensabuo mu no eni se eyaw ebam ensabuo mu no eni se ekam ena ensabuo mu no e wo se sisi so edemaw grow fine about tonic ena edi se adwumadi ni nyina ede amaw Missy Eba, Kolnak Eba, Smart Eba, Fred Mens, Apidank, Pure Leaf, Chemical Shop Eba Shop, my Ghana mu, Ubenya grow fine a drone be ato. Digital Eba Clinic, Kumasi Amakum runabout, eho, and I do do pa ewo. Fred 0244 596532 0244 596532. Grow fine makes you grow fine. Show no etwaso ete.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Right, 10:35. Etwaso.
Yako boss, good morning.
Yeah, yes, I too.
Yeah, boko etwaso. Entino boss, after resigning from Samates, Christopher Enin is heading to House of Folk. Nanona yeti say or say Onya has many bium. Or Samates has many bium. Was interference near too much.
On the kind.
Sana, yes, or catch it.
What would Sana?
The Musan didn't call me at be. Among the reasons now they come was interference near too much.
According to the water,
the attitude
no confirmed.
They confirmed. We can't hear because Samates for no could be sour.
Oh,
there be say
consem sano. A good be home fee.
Interference is one quarter snake.
Sir, interference in answer. Or fans on your manning it. Some indictment on Samates who are supposed to be professionals, or more corporate people.
Interference in itself, no say you're wrong.
Wrong.
There could be positive interference.
David.
Because maybe
so be a Juma. No say interference into Mejaya. That act in itself makes it negative. Just say, Mama Minya Juma. Baby, any quan some of them are not to cry. I'm the other two. Mukra Munim the coach, Yamani Juma. tina me ka se na asem no ka no kopim se be confirm nya no kre and ye wi nti for now the yen sponge influence say
sponge
influence say no I no na man je adu
by man dey we jai
se ne we jai ne so no
ibi agoka papa nka enya grade
oh na so obi ahwenye no so nya adu na bi da ebi onya better job no say that we ato omo so akọ
eno so ho
yeah
eno so ho no nti no because yet say positive for us so edidi na kinga kakra omo so he no ni ade nti no eno so ho a enti ne aka ho asem kakra nti tama
Ghana go ntimi nya adwuma ye mmia o ma no nko na no mo ko fa bi ba sa I was a coach bi a say Legon City so say one of the teams our back goes up on
Legon Cities
kika kanzem bebre ana ne omu wi oja adwuma no mo nko mba bia kika kanzem to former employers no so anyway
eti Adriana says thank you to Kyoba Aristica as Chioba Aristica and your own bodu is almost done with them. Tia they no so beba. On say na no na e can say Adriana for any bodu nkomodie no progress yi pa. She said here omo ankasa no pay your mother coach na say. To say fan say Chioba Aristica mother na say. Enti the ye titi ne say any
omo combination be fine.
Adriana and bodu no.
It looks
you W Tando that's all. Or that's all.
One event there.
Oh, on
so on the
board you more has and
me grab by the combination I'm referring to Nana Domahine to Atapoku to there be a friend. Onya Atadi Bangu crab Jau. These are nice guys.
And I says Honson Lozicos.
On this will be cheap. So on the buy, no. Tender mum no. Tender no.
And now your own wonder for Sophia Kakra.
On another mine, Juma. On go football, no, they say. On the table one. Yeah. Stamford Bridge.
She said, "Them said you say you tag cocoa."
Is it on Macra? I know was old man. This is here, yeah. Over free, over track and free. Soon you have a snack on kind. Also, send a car, no, as usual.
Ketuano.
Everybody,
Bob, yes, I won't. Now we have a train.
That's what you can free. You only would do two every day. Say, oh, Cameroon. Wonderful.
He is experienced, and we are going to fight for him. Atizigi on Carlos Cruz. And he
coach just say almost general so fine there. And I like you to me now be born ambassador.
Almost say which is sports minister Krana or say why start human intem. Yeah, I'm fan intem, but normal or dear go up him no.
Into a gloomy picture of the Black Stars. And a Benamit, and I was media.
That was a magic happen.
Media mean tears.
Was it 48 nations, but we approach it with belief and ambition to bring the cup.
And no, I make us say, Medimitie Casano, I am no pano.
How is this?
Say, no born in Nena metro areas. If you really are a communication student, metro baby, or catch a gun and pose a moonsunya hoop. But one we are not the source to say, we'll see a 48 in the air conti, will be a GD. Hey! Oh yeah, I know aside the abaso, yes, we Iraq knew why any area. Just oh, the kind of BBS, it is that, and I echo. Yeah, BBS, I am fans.
Now, tell me what the SEO US, no. Carlos Cruz said, maybe I'm 18 on Peho.
But that's normal.
Also, they should move the team from the team.
Yeah, that's normal.
Was it?
Me just some koji or no my. It's normal and the
way uncle for Bahono. Of a car now. And me headline said spying gate forces Carlos Cruz to move. That's our training camp.
Training grounds. By normal.
Or say we make my best spine the team easy the training here that easy. Into a eating the.
A chess will be all called war.
Also about who parent no.
Former Real Madrid, former Manchester. They say, "Oh, Philly, as you say, and teams will bring one can man you." Just on the side, Ferguson, it's not only no. PNC, no radio man in Mao. Or Chen Colana di Biano pianist Abonting. Real Madrid. Teams are all doing any other. On one side, he has a reputation to protect.
Of course.
Back with you, no, now, when you hear our bone by. And on TM say,
come and explain to Parliament why you are screening people at Boteman and yet you gave MPs only 2 slots. Honorable Deputy Minority Whip Habib Idrisu and Wafre Honorable Kofi Adam say, Brother Catcher Parliament. Who said, oh, screening for Boteman? Mudomoko, Omkane Rufisomo, Mudomoko Rufisomo. My MPC the two sort
MPC. I don't know the MPC slot. And Van go to come class and go be Jack. I said, I can't be a move fukra.
On the side of the
now you 2 slot I MP, I will not 2 slot today.
Oh, they are the members.
But why should they be giving slot?
The lawmakers of the land.
Oh, Massa. Man, no pay grandma for boom.
But it is MP that is talking.
MP that is talking. We MP are we in the party? But they are saying okay. Say, you have 2 slots. Me jai buy we training. We MP and you have 2 slots. You have 2 slots.
And all complaining. Of say like a mountain and crop from mum.
And one more movie.
I'm almost slot. And now
and they say better.
And almost killing for. It's in yes, I'm and to go to whatever was me. It was when he was making telling them what they have done. They should come and explain Sika. I told almost working. And also one general. That we mean general, you know. I'm personal. Once I say we were a deputy. Was so a majority for 2 slots. Minority fund the Ama.
And yes, I can.
Yes, I can't now.
Yeah, but me just say, so you MP. Near see a Pagana for. I'm a Macago support to Black Star. Now, yes, if any pay me no bra. Wow, any pay me no bra. Ghana for 36 million. Who did?
Mitipa.
Yeah, penny pass 500 as a 200. I'm here to make a correbo America.
You say no margin in your crap.
Now, so you're more tour. What's on to us in the end? People are near the Tigana and the no, 275
times 2 times passport and a diplomatic passport.
Oh, I know, dear, it's because of what they do. Oh, my country, there are times I bet for so called baby could you maybe. By M. say, what they are miles of any pemmy, you Brian Mo, baby. What's on Tiasi? I go on Casa.
They not you
back to my father and to
they were calling them or rather, my mom made.
Send the teacher for.
And you know, but the amount they are spending.
Send the doctor for. Send the other public servant and so they are. Who they are? So be any my issue is all the Botima who is at Botima. Ya eating a tear baby with the monster let him crop on. Now, so I am Pinasia, mum, you know, Tiasia. But some it says, and we are. I say almost only put 2,000. A chin can negotiating about 800. And 800 no from Science about 150,000. Let's say they are 32. And I'm not MPs because come and brief us. Let us know on the before. There's a man rejecting for Papa. Oh, okay. Now, referee now, I say they paid in film guy, say Bakubiano, $185. $185 in the Oko $185. And I'm only paid the Obonambano, no comes and put 30 saying one or Yamamo visa. How is it possible, sir?
Omo ukona kwa plan and fam and fam to cancel.
No, and
the administrative.
And
this member system now.
This come on. Let's see. Tell me talk me boy the pa and I'm sorry the pa me ba. Me fa we 20 year help class and we
so nipa no a omo trans omo interview na etu omo ka.
So at least a percentage should be given back to the person.
That's
90%.
Also your calculation.
90%.
Now over.
Because
and cat now
this a nipa
air conditioner go trebi so asem no mutu ya.
Apply on magic scale. You know come botomo.
Omo said that.
And Thomas said that.
Omo said that pa.
Na
mo go there.
Kramo hard,
so young corner so we started the and me aminu yana na poku we dem first start me ya pa
unu abi de na poku
and na poku so me can poku ati ase
na bi hanu
o na poku and na woda ti ba me hwe na poku
o unu sesen
o aminu ya minu prekope
wo de prekope aka ho
o minu ya na so won say me busia no
na we always
o akrem sisi ya baby me program
oh okay
and then I poku awoda
okay so won on time nto ya ana nya won
ti ya wo hwe na happy birthday
on Clementino dia
so to Ochina World Cup air started but kakrebi on still club football is dominating Maka and an open more report to say Basa for say or more Rashford to say Masa go back to where you came from now the reason why they are not signing Rashford and say one almost say weakness in defending and the age gap between Ono and Anthony Gordon because they're 4 years different and so if they have a younger player that is number 1. 2 they have a player who defensively almost say defensively better than Rashford. It's say Omako sign Gordon why they should spend 26 million pounds to sign Rashford and Rashford should go back again the wages because he's on 315,000 pounds a week at Manchester United in time now all loan no Barca paid majority of it and United did count. It's for you, either you accept a pay cut or renegotiate. But Barca evaluate all the other side of the no. It's a performance wise because performance day. Over Barca team now, at least on my attack one day, then his numbers was very good last season. If you look at the number of goals he gave them, he was a top scorer in the Champions League.
Number
oh, sir, the numbers they.
I didn't hear. All numbers there, baby, if you buy on call more numbers.
I don't know, baby, if you buy on the episode.
Oh, no, you don't get me. I'm saying that if he's that good.
Oh, sir, the reason why he left United wasn't about how good he is or not good.
Yeah.
It was about Subang. Oh, sir, at Barca he wasn't like that. But I would say this British boys, you know, they are the level of their more entitlement, be more fairly, especially previously how United was being run. So boys, you know, almost they behave differently. And now more than by
thank God. And then now it's not run like that.
And now more than best stop, you know. And now more came and say no.
You have
to change the tradition of you know. But who's saying performance there? The number of goals and said Rashford is a better goal scorer than Anthony Gordon in terms of goals of but Barca things say Omodie Utie Maka or Moroboti almost say need defensive weakness. They think that this boy defends better when the team is under but and goes par there and more there the rest for them more there and can you call them
Lami Yama or defensive strength Rashford and
Rashford competitive for
that's United left wing I read somewhere Maybe I saw more pro be left or and I me auntie
say so
I
far the omunyanko also more priority more for no. And then the report is that Sir Jim Ratcliffe have agreed say in the city the £80 million equal Elliot Anderson and Nottingham Forest rejected. So they are preparing another bid. And United are willing to match 100 million Serbia almost what they call Elliot Anderson. Only already the guy Asani and Ederson from Atalanta. Now the two or more priorities are to get either Elliot Anderson or Matheus Fernandes, one of them. Normally I can't do more under that. And so far the priority is to beef up the midfield on them, or at least attack on them. Based on the goals that United scored, there's no problem there. You will need, because Oko Champions League, you need a last squad. But at least or more 4 or 5 beer on any day piano, they are good to go. You don't have problem. They are as good as anybody in terms of goals now.
They are as good as
when I say goals no more, and they are as good as any other teams for the beer. Offer a front trainer. Offer Premier League in the offer the OG, you know. Now offer Arsenal, City. Now offer United. And if first 4 5 now. At least you more train, Emma more goals than the Obenya is Obenya, Haaland and Semenyo. But we Semenyo, Omumu, if you are only a third person who give you the numbers as City. But United, by United, no women saying no be more than 10. Kuna Sesko.
On the goals that team they say can you be the mouth.
Oh, some miss element said the attack. One team say United attack no more at least 3 or 4 solid guys be they are as good as anybody. This is my Asama Kabi, and just the number that on the mind in the Premier League.
Okay, they are as good. Every team is trying to improve. And you
look at your kids and improve there.
By your weakness up there, no. You didn't score enough that can win.
No, but only 2 teams scored more than United last season.
And do they want to repeat that?
And 2 teams, and as 2 teams, you know, at least in the case of United, Sesko didn't start the season very well. It's a normal thing. We are looking at how their pursuit for Elliot Anderson or Matheus Fernandes, no, and United are ready to spend to beef up some of the department on them. So, Florentino Perez is
a pay defender.
Defensively, United doesn't have.
Because Omu consider a lot of goals.
Oh, it come by a brain at the back. So,
okay. Papa, you know,
a lot of factors comes into play. You know, they are good to go. Now, the goalkeeper was adjudged the best signing of the Premier League last season. You know. Oh, signings be almost about Premier League in India, and the best one. Of them are United goalkeeper Sonny Lemon. He was the best signing last season in the Premier League.
So be your buy unexpected near for near the other. No, sanity.
No more. Say more.
Okay.
You don't do it. You do someone nobody has to do.
Or one who the bam says about best signing. And just say you were the best new player.
No, I don't. But I say players yeah, Obia signing last season. Or Johnny team for last season in the Premier League. They are judged Sonny Lemon as the best signing last season.
They send 50 goals.
Yeah, I send 50 goals himself. Mr. Onyona start here. Alti start here.
Okay.
Mr. So Perez is under serious criticism after Enra or the 150 million euros, 130 million equal Atletico Madrid. Historically, any teams are mutually among themselves, especially say a free Atletico, Eco Madrid, historically intense. And yes, it means you intense. He knows what he was doing. On him, Basa are in for Julian Alvarez. America 100 million NSCNJ. It's on him. Pangasem so too. Baby Atletico they will not accept the money. And that's about Julian Alvarez and Real Madrid. Easy like Obiafi say, you know. So what he tried to do in this so too. He is now rebuilding Real Madrid. We just say Mourinho to compete. It is a baby Real Madrid Jinena. Florentino Perez FO say if he allows Julian Alvarez to join Barcelona, they are in trouble because Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Antonio Gordon, Fermin Lopez, Dani Olmo. No, omo de Alvarez eko kanwa nzoto. They think that they are in trouble. And the same what the enemy assess are deal, no. Let me go and bet 150 million. Nzoto. By betting 150 million, he knew say Tom man. But the way say he's stopping Barca from signing John Alvarez because only the 150 anje. So what it means they say if you want him, you have to what? Pay more.
It's like that.
Already only 100 akwam yes anje. Barca for already gone with 100 anje.
Alvarez.
Yes. Almost they are not more. They want more.
It is some Toma or more opponents.
Yes. So and Madrid and so the 150 alcohol. He knows anje. Because historically, among time Tom, this is a fourth. The last player on Monday, film Atletico called Madrid. They have to go and pay the release clause. Once I spend your release clause now, you are good to go. Theo Hernandez, that brothers and the call Milan. So Mumiti Yano buy. The last time I played before him, Solari 2000. Before Solari, it was in 1985. Hugo Sanchez. And historically, they don't trade because of their rivalry. And to a pass onya. And to almost say or pass Alvarez Pantin or say or be Galactico sign him or Ben Ronaldo. And you have to come and answer question because almost on Drew Ronaldo players now board in your for
Ronaldo will be and Bruno. So you Messi free no baby will be and when no
Ronaldo now Messi so twas and so can
actually no argument we pay baby Ronaldo Messi na kwana no kasama Messi for no akwana ofela within 5 minutes now Ronaldo for no done say Messi for near masa we have to investigate Ronaldo. No, look around.
Investigate Ronaldo guys.
Actually,
interesting discussions.
Yes. So
now I feel the pain of Rashford. It's quite unfortunate. Such a news will pop up. Say he will come back to Manchester United, but his performance at Barcelona last season, I won't be surprised. Another big club might go in for him. The only issue is somebody willing to pay that.
Big clubs. It doesn't look like any big as in big.
Bayern Munich can need a player like Rashford. Oh yes, yes.
Now so quite third choice.
We saw fight for position.
Well, Luis Diaz.
Diaz.
Rashford at this stage of his career, can hear team at least. You are playing for the Three Lions. You did well at Barca.
So it all comes back to the performance of World Cup. He can change the perception of most clubs.
Look at just ended season, he wasn't bad.
Oh, he wasn't bad though, but he can change the perception. On say, Rashford's salary is also a problem when it comes to need transfer any moves. Now Madrid is not going to Madrid. Wako Barcelona, Barca said there be PSG went to Minko. So now it leaves room for these Italian teams who are not financially stable to be paid that huge amount of money. The other club that can take that risk will probably be Bayern Munich. In the modern ball, World Cup. If he set the stage on fire, becomes England's force to reckon with her. Obetimi as a nipa be arranging or transfer market and so. I'm a certain coaches who decide.
It was about 250. It was 3 something. About 250 at Barca. 315.
No, come Manchester for 30 million.
30 million.
Na melan to Google
say wages. It's a wage.
That's all call Barca in Aketu.
About 250.
But if that
na melan we do
250 pounds.
Oh.
So I now I say Rafael.
Na say
Camela na player.
David.
Pero me case to
by talent.
The last two transfer windows in Europe, only the Premier League has spent more than the Italian League. Only the Premier League has spent more than
the cash.
On say a bank common.
Yeah, maybe now say
a bank common. Madrid has recently been a bit slow transfer market and so. The same thing like Barcelona. Oh, but on the Italian teams be quite chikaka. You are looking at people who can accommodate this amount of money. It rules out Chelsea because Chelsea are more wingers are. Castle, go do Castle.
With God equally. Now come on, swap him. You could be a big one at Newcastle.
Well, I think one club among Fajin calls Rashford Pie Arsenal.
May I will be happy.
My left wing, Hono.
Yeah, but we want to ever see a cost for change.
I in Trossard one.
What's that Trossard is leaving?
So I take to 32 years. Or 94. Oh, come by say baby, I hear calling the end.
Oh, Ejmo Martinelli. Yeah. No,
baby, I hear calling.
Because so let's see.
No, man, Vinicius won't come on here.
Okay, so let's see.
Vinicius to Arsenal, the say is
you have someone like Madueke. Madueke as your option in the absence of Bukayo Saka. Going for a player like Rashford in the absence of it's quite interesting. I feel his pain. Personally, I'm a bit surprised. After 5 years, they will spend more on Rashford with a salary and transfer combined than they will spend on Anthony Gordon. So maybe Gordon might look.
So Gordon, is he better than Rashford?
No, he's not. He's not.
Well, for no more any different.
The conversation about Rashford don't contribute defensively.
They want Lamine Yamal, Anthony Gordon to them. It will suit the game they want to play.
There's more to it.
Sometimes Rashford's on the ball hard, you know.
Oh no, to play bien on the ball hard. So check Rafinha first in Barcelona. The Barca for no number so Mujano Kwanko Nico Williams. He was nothing exceptional. He had a coach that believed in him in Hansi Flick. And we don't say Rashford, Manchester United superstar, face of a club like Manchester United. Then all of a sudden, he jumps and start having crisis. Sometimes change of culture, change of environment, change of system and philosophy, even change of dressing room can affect certain players. And to make sure Rashford first season of Barcelona as a lone player, he played well. Based on baby, maybe free ban enough to convince any other club, say, giving him the confidence and keeping him on permanent basis, he can do more.
Newcastle.
To share transfer market, you should now have 30 million. Say Emma player to say Rashford. Can you bad idea, but that is how football at here. Rashford at Manchester United, change of coaches affected him. Lack of structure and discipline of Manchester United affecting Kakra. And the sad aspect is at the time I'm not only developmental stage, I want to these crises course of Manchester United. You can pick an equally good player. If he finds himself in a team that is not so established or be struggle. The story of Robinho at Real Madrid. So Robinho individual performance or Madrid. Now, no, she changed the Vinicius here, but Vinicius was lucky to be in a team at that time, or Toni Kroos, or Luka Modric, or Obeba Rudy Gamu, or Karim Benzema. When Vinicius by that match, Benzema could catch a Ferland Mendy said, and you can also pass the ball, Kradema, Vinicius, because Vinicius is playing against them. But fortunately, as the game was ongoing, Vinicius are grew Wababe established in that particular team, and then look at the performance of Vinicius. So any young talent or in developmental stage, or be finding himself in a struggling team with constant changes of managers, it will definitely affect the development of the player. Kylian Mbappe story I can't Yabo Mbappe Abasuya. Look at that Monaco team at Kylian Mbappe too, or setting the stage on fire frame. Monaco team with Falcao, Bakayoko, Ubenya Fabinho, Ubenya Benjamin Mendy, Mr. Two, Ubenya Abrantia, friend Bernardo Silva, all part of that Monaco team. So it was a solid Monaco team with Leonardo Jardim as the coach. From Monaco, he moved to PSG. Our PSG were doing well. And in developmental stage, Nenya dear Obre Ebekwakwachena Kwechiri. And then Lamine Yamal story I came to. Imagine Lamine Yamal appear a struggling Barcelona team. How you see the challenges Lamine Yamal be facing? That is something when it comes to a rush for life. But football, I'm another third opportunity. Of course, looking at the Arsenal setup, I think if you have Rashford on your bench, because next season Arsenal would love to go places, they have to move to the next stage.
Could share PSG or more final, and then Rashford.
They make say Rashford on your bench. No, to what I'm coming on your bench. on your bench.
To
returning to Manchester United with a coach like Carrick.
With Carrick's revolution.
Things can change.
Why don't you bring Rashford back?
Make us say, walk up.
No, team left wing.
Oto, walk up, no, on take advantage of it. Near Hessen and But away from that, you see, this whole United States visa rejection and controversy. No. Why here tournament? You better say how the West imagine Qatar senke be. Why has an be? People were hard on Qatar. Even when they were saying, say, they will allow you to come to their country. Benfa or LGBT some embedding. That alone was something amount for the condemn Qatar. Said they don't deserve to host the world. The conversation, their slogan was simple. If you are not ready to welcome the world, you don't host the world. That was what people were using against Qatar.
Invite the world.
Yes. Men hosting. Qatar for so and sano. Yahania sons and yabe gugumu kakra, but your baby abe na man for say, hey, even the conversation just on alcohol was something amount for the ball